Good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Bonnie. We're going to be working on this watercolor today. And this is our palette. I got these at, I think, Hobby Lobby. And then it's just a little variety of colors that we're going to be using. We're using cold press 9x14 paper. And all I'm doing for this part is I'm just wetting the bottom because we don't want to make the whole page wet. And then we're going to start out with this color. These are the colors we're going to use for the bottom. We're going to start with the purple. And then you can see all I'm doing is just working from the bottom up. It's just a really light touch. And then we're going to start adding the green. And I purposely wanted them to look really soft and pretty, and you can see the paint is inside the water. And so, like I said, and the cool part about these paints is that you can start out with a little bit and go back and add details, which you'll see later. And so we're working our way across the bottom, and you can see we've got the really pretty blues and purples and greens. And it's just a really light upward stroke. It's a medium round point brush, and it is really important that you use actual watercolor brushes because they're made specifically to work with the watercolors. And you can see here I'm just going back and adding more on top, so it makes the colors a little bit more vibrant, which is exactly what I was going for. And now we're going to start working on the flowers. So I took some water first, and then what I'm going to do is just put the paint inside the water, and this way it just contains it so that the color doesn't just spread and bleed, because the problem is if you do that, you end up with a big mess. So here I used the purple, and then I took a little bit of the blue in the bottom, and you see how pretty that bleeds right into the purple. So we're working on another one. But like I said, if you mix them too close to each other, you'll end up with brown, and you can't, I mean, you can fix it when it dries, but it's a little more difficult. And then we're adding some yellow, and we put a little bit of green in the bottom, and this is actually called a loose technique, and it's a really soft, really pretty technique, and that's exactly what I was going for with this painting. So I'm adding a little bit of green to the top of the flower and letting it bleed in. So the fun part is you can add as few details as you want, or you can add as many as you want. It's very, very, very relaxing. And like I told you, I purposely am doing it on a dry piece of paper. And I actually love the paper because it has a really nice texture to it. So you can see here I've been adding more flowers. We've got some big blue ones. And in all honesty, when I started this painting, I wasn't really sure what it was going to look like. But I was really pleased with how it came out. So we're working on some more flowers. I turned it sideways because I'm a lefty. So you can see we're just adding more flowers. And now these are really easy. They're just 4 little dots. So I'm making 4 little yellow dots, and we'll go back in and add a little more color, as you can see. Sorry guys, I have allergies. And then now we're starting to just continue to add a little more detail to them, but they're just really pretty, and I like these colors together, and it kind of came out as a really old-fashioned look. And here I'm just adding the leaves, some more leaves. They're just really simple leaves and stems, and then these are just the different colors that I'm using, and I mixed them a little bit of blue and white so I could get just a little different color variation. And I went back and added some little blue dots. So you can see how you just keep adding the details until you get it the way you want. The stems are really simple. I just drew a long line from the flower all the way down to the bottom of the page. And then we're just adding purple ones, and I love how they bled a little bit into the blue. That's what I wanted, that loose watercolor feature. And then just adding little tiny dots to make more clusters of flowers. So you can see it's all the same color theme. And then I took some white paint and I went back, and now the left-hand corner, had started to dry a little bit, so you can actually see the white flowers. And it's the same little 4 dots, and it's coming along. And you can see it's just a really pretty old-fashioned painting, and it's just a lot of fun. The last thing I'm going to do is add the dots excuse me, for the flower center. So I just used the red, and I just went through and put the little dots for the centers of it. So you can see it just, every little detail adds a lot. It's just pretty, isn't it, you guys? This is my favorite part. You water down the paint and you tap it with another brush, and then it just makes really beautiful spatters all over the painting. And this is what it looks like when it's done. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a book, so I'll show you the book cover. I made a book that shows you how to do it, and it also has a coloring book in it, and it has some beautiful sayings in a journal. I love these books. They're my absolute favorites. And then this is what is in the book. These are sayings that I got from the Lord. Actually, angels gave me these messages to give people. And then you can see here's some of the drawings that you can color. So it's kind of like an all-in-one book, and it's called Spring Flowers, the name of it. And you can see here's the book cover. It shows the painting that we did on the cover, and then this one shows the matching hardcover blank journal. So I've really enjoyed spending this time with you guys. I hope you find it relaxing. I'll put the link where you can purchase the books. You can get them on Amazon. And then it's just a gift from my heart to yours. I love you all. You're in my prayers. God bless.